Go for refuge until enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha. By my accumulations, the practice of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha to benefit sentient beings. I go for refuge until enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha. By my accumulations, the practice of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha to benefit sentient beings. I go for refuge until enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha. By my accumulations, the practice of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha to benefit sentient beings. Sanje joda zoge chonamba chanjo padu dane gyapsu chi bage jinso kebe sona dola venjira sanje rubare sho sanje dane gyapsu chi bage jinso kebe sona dola venjira sanje rubare sho sanje joda soge chanjo bardo dane gyapsu chi bage jinso kebe sona dola venjira sanje rubare sho Om ye dharma hetu prabhavam hetum tesham dathagato yavatat tesham chayo nirodha evam vati mahashramanaye svaha Om ye dharma hetu tum desham dathagato yavatat desham chayo nirodha evam vati mahashramanaye svaha Om ye dharma hetu prabhavam hetum tesham dathagato yavatat tesham chayo nirodha evam vati mahashramanaye svaha. All phenomena arise from causes. The causes are taught by the Tathagata. The cessation causes as well as taught by the great seer. Okay, so this morning we talked about the subjective as opposed to objective, conventional as opposed to ultimate. From what we learned this morning is that what's the meaning of conventional? What is the meaning of subjective? And from this, what we said is that conventional. What we talk about the conventions, eventually it takes us into understanding the subjective. You agree with me this morning? This convention has a connotation of subjectivity, something, the mind. And this is what we learn. So therefore, conventional existence and subjective existence mean the same. And we also discussed the last 3 days that in the sleep, okay, how many of you had very scary dreams in your life? Once in a while, in a sense. Okay, anybody who likes to share with us what their dream is like? Anybody who likes to share?
You want to share a dream?
Yes. Not just a dream, a scary dream.
This scary dream I used to be.
Yes.
Here in Tushita.
Oh.
I dreamed that I'm in the Jordan River with my friends. And then I go to my car and I try to put it on, but it's something is wrong. Someone like touch things and I don't understand. Like instead of brake, it's like beep. And then I look around and I see 2 terrorists sitting in the back seat, and they're saying something, but I cannot hear them. So I'm like, what? And then he said, smile, and it's like with compassion. And it was so scary because I felt like he's also like about to kill me and kidnap me with my own car, and I'm helpless because they touch my car, so I cannot like do anything. Nothing is work. And then also like he's mocking me in a way of like, yeah.
Oh, very scary.
Yes.
And what do? Then when you wake up, you run?
I Actually, yes, I run outside so I can write it down in the light.
Okay, not out of fear. Okay, to write it down. Ah.
Yeah.
So why do you not run? Run for your life when you wake up.
Yeah, because I realize I'm here and I'm safe.
Okay, so what, your name?
Talia.
Talia. So what Talia is saying is that in the dream she has a very scary dream of the terrorists mocking and about to say the kidnap, and then she was very scared. She woke up, and in the dream, if there's a way by which you can run for your life, you run. And the moment you wake up, you run to write it down. You do not run for your life because you feel that relaxed, that I'm safe.
But, you know,
I'm very safe,
yes.
and the terrorists not after me. I'm safe. Okay, so why do you feel safe when you wake up? It's the same person.
Because I realize it's not reality.
Okay, so the Talia realized that the dream terrorist is not real.
Yes.
Not real meaning? It's subjective, objective. Purely subjective. So the moment she realized that it's purely subjective, her fear dissolved. Her fear dissolved. Okay. So you discover things as, so when it's subjective, do you agree with me that if this flower is close to Talia, and then I rush and pick it up and say, oh, this is my flower. Which is nicer? This is my flower, or I pick it up and say, this is not your flower. Which is nicer? This is my flower is nicer. It's not your flower means it's very rude, very offensive. It's my flower. Actually, these two mean same. Yes. When it says not, it's my flower means it's not your flower. You agree? It's a matter of the wording. So when it says my flower, in a way, I'm saying it's not your flower. So they say not your flower. Okay, not. Not means empty, nil, empty. So when I say it is mine, it is not yours. It's empty of yours. Likewise, when I say it is the dream terrorist is subjective, means it's empty of objective. Yes, what's your name? Rachel. Thank you, Rachel. So when I say it is subjective means it's not objective. It is empty of objective reality. You get it? So in future, if somebody asks you, what did you learn? I learned about emptiness. What is emptiness? Empty of objective reality. Don't say if you say, oh, it's empty, everything's empty. No, this is what I learned in Tushita. Right? Is it correct or not correct? And nothing's there. Right? Everything's empty. Is correct or not correct? Not correct. So how is it not correct? Huh? Things do exist. Things do exist. So when I say empty means empty of objective existence. Very good. Okay. Now this is a benefit if you understand okay, let's do one thing. All of us pull our two hands out. Two hands out. Okay. Now with the two hands you do what I'm doing. Good. What happened? Sound of a clap erupted. Max will make it very complicated. Scott will make it very complicated. No. It sound erupted. Sound of a clap erupted. So now only one hand. No sound. Okay. So with one hand, no sound. Two hands erupts into the sound of a clap. So all our problems, the fear, and all the fears that we have, all our problems, believe it or not, I can talk it very easy, but the reality is not that easy. But this is the only solution. This is the only solution for you, for me. This is the only solution. Get out of the tears, the painful tears of samsara. It's the only solution. So, of the two hands, we see that when these two come together, then the sound of clap erupts. So these two hands are symbolic of, the sound of the clap is symbolic of the metaphor for the problems that we go through, any problem that we go through. For example, sometimes early in the morning you get up and for no reason you feel so low, it's so hopeless. How many felt that once in a while? How many never felt such a thought? How many never felt that in your life? So in the mornings, for no specific reason, or in the afternoons, for no specific reasons, you feel so low. Look at these leaves, they are very sad. And the fox, look at the fox. And look at the other person like this, And even the walls there. Everywhere is so hopeless. How many felt it? Once in a while. Yes. So any problem, believe it or not, any problem that we go through, I would say mental unease. These are all like the sound of a clap, which should come into being by the combination of the two hands. Well, two hands, external factors and the internal factors. You're getting it? So the dream terrorist seen as real, that is external factor, right? Let's say terrorist. So in your case, in your dream, is a terrorist coming? But then I am scared. There's something inside, right? So there's two factors. Anyone else in your life, some difficult, not just dream, real life, some difficulties, raise hands, some complicated issues, raise hands. Never had any complication in my life, everything went so smooth, raise hands. Thus far so smooth, raise hands. Very smooth? Are you sure? That's amazing.
I don't think that I'm lacking something. I have some problem. I have issues with people. I have just one problem. I was claustrophobic, and I think with all my knowledge,
Good. There's a problem. That's a problem. No. You did not understand what I'm pointing at your problem.
Yes.
You understood it? What is that?
Like I started,
You never stopped.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is that you have the claustrophobia. There's a problem there. You're getting it? And do you think any cases of the loss of parents, loss of grandfather, mother?
I had, but I never, for me it was never like mental issue.
No. Was it painful? Not painful. Never pain. It's okay. So you leave. Right? Everybody has to leave the world. No, you look so chill. That's amazing. We have to learn from you. Except for the claustrophobia. Right? So the claustrophobia. So the small space. What is claustrophobia? When you are trapped in a small space. Right? So small space is external factor and something inside is an internal factor. You're getting it? Come together, claustrophobia arises. Or anyone else, any problem. Just quickly, share some your experiences, quick. Some problems in your life. Quick, to save time.
Depression.
Depression due to?
Relationships.
Relationships. Good. So this is very complicated relationship. So I am. So external.
Relationship.
Yeah, external, and then there's something. Depression. Yes, over there. Money is not a problem. Lack of money is a problem. Lack of money? I have a problem? Problem. Anyone else? Yes.
Lack of reproduction inside.
Oh, yeah.
They're not getting favorite food and then getting.
So this is still, in the mother's womb. Aloo paratha. The teddy bear. Teddy bear. I miss my teddy bear. Okay, lack of aloo paratha in Tushita, and there's something internal. So lack of aloo paratha is the external factor, and then there's little boy together. Problem. Anyone else? Quick. Over there, za. J. J. Yes. Job is not a problem. No, job is not a problem. Difficult job is a problem. Or difficult boss is a problem. Or difficult colleague is a problem. What? Difficult colleague, boss, or the deadlines? What year? Year to what? Which of them? Huh?
Colleagues.
Colleagues, yes, colleagues. Colleagues will also say, Jah is very complicated. Right? And your colleague says that, oh, my colleague Jah is very complicated. I'm so lucky that he's out. I don't know where she's gone. Right? Huh? This is what you thought? Okay, that's amazing. Wonderful. Okay. Yes? Oh, okay. Acne is a fear. Well, thank you. Okay, anyone else? Quick. Carl is cool 24/7. Okay. Anyone else? Yes.
Like lack of spiritual growth.
Interesting.
Like being stuck in some stuff.
When did this thought come to you?
Like since I was just living.
Ah. Okay, that's interesting. So what effort do you put?
I usually do these retreats, and then when I leave, I forget everything.
This is not my question. My question is, you at a young age,
Oh yeah.
like age 5, 6, 7? No, 10, 11, 12?
Like what was my first problem? What's your question?
Okay, I'll not ask a question. You'll complicate it more, I know. Okay, anyone else? Yes, over there. Your name? No. Yes. Depression. Oppression. Okay. Oppressor and oppressed. So they are the oppressor. I'm oppressed. So why? Okay. Anyone else? Yes.
Having no sexual relationships at all.
Okay. Good. Anyone else? Yes.
Questions about the meaning of life. Questions about meaning of life.
Questions about the meaning of life or not getting an answer to the meaning of life? Huh? Which one?
Not getting answers.
Okay. Not finding an answer to the meaning of life. That is the external factor, and then something is inside you will feel unhappy. To come together, problem. Anyone else? Yes. Prasanada.
Losing a connection with an old friend. Losing connection with an
Okay, losing connection with the old friend, and then the I problem. Okay, good. Anyone else? Yes, over there. Confusion, yes. Confusion like what?
Not knowing things and not knowing my own path or my own difficulty to make decisions.
And did you ever come across a particular situation? Particular situation? A specific situation? You don't want to share that. Don't worry. Anyway, yes, people, oftentimes this is a major problem, say not being able to take decisions. So this is, what's your name, sorry? Rachel. Rachel, thank you. This is a very important point. And so people, what they do, either they take rash decisions. Without thinking, they take decisions. And then you end up into a disaster. Number two, you are overconfident, and then you take decisions. That takes you into again a problem. Number two. Number three, so again other extreme. No rash decision, no the overconfidence. You don't know how to decide, right? And then you are lost. Then it's so, what is that, depressing that you cannot take a decision. You have to take a decision. And then many people, they go for what is known as divination. You're getting it? Divination means that you give your authority to somebody else. Please decide for me. And these people, what they do, they throw dice. They throw dice, and 2, 3, 4, whatever comes, will read the book. Or they will use the mala, like this, right? And they decide for you. The mala decides for you. Or the dice decides for you. You're getting it? This is also extremely unwise thing to do. You're getting it? So, in my life, I'm born in a tradition where this divination is very popular. Yet in my life, I did only. Hey, Sharon, what happened? Divination. Okay. What is definition? Phil? No, it doesn't matter. Just say something. Huh? No. I don't want you to explain in English. Say in Hebrew. Say it in Hebrew. No, not fake.
Gambling?
Huh? No, not gambling.
Give authority to someone else.
Huh? You understood it? Very good. Okay, thank you. Thank you. All the volunteer, the what? With divination. Yes, His Holiness was just 24 years old.
Sorry?
His Holiness was 24 years old. You getting it? And but was under the influence of many factors. Not that easy. Me, if I'm under the influence of many factors, I might even have to depend on divination. Say, if I'm in your hands, you say, Dorji, do divination. I have to do it. I don't like to do it. But if I'm in your hands, I have to do it. If you say you do it. So this is not easy. You getting it? So, okay. So, what I say, my suggestion, I'm not saying this is what have to be done. My suggestion is that in my life, I'm born in a community where the divination is so popular. But in my life, how many times I did divination? Only once. Only once. And that was the first and the last divination. From that day onwards, any important thing to be decided, I never did any divination. You're getting it? Because how can you trust the divination? Some divinations are extremely accurate. Some are not accurate. How do you know? Which is one? We don't know. I don't reject divination, to be very honest. In a way, divination is like blind faith. I don't reject it, but I don't accept it. I don't reject it, I don't accept it. You getting it? Because some are very accurate divination, some are not at all accurate divination. How do I distinguish between what is what, which is which? So therefore, I don't do that. On top of that, if you rely too much on the divination, your power to think will stop. Your power to think will stop, and you become more and more powerless to take decisions. Your ability to take decisions will diminish. So what I do is that, say, for anything, for example, something related to, let's say, let's say, like construction. I check with somebody who's expert in construction. I'm not expert. Should I not do it? I check with the expert. Oh, divination. No divination. I check with the experts. Same, something to do with organizing program. Organizing program. Shall you do it or not do it? No, I check with experts who did this program so many times. I check with experts. That is the least danger of falling into the wrong direction. This is a wise decision. So therefore, upon one time, okay, I'll just share you my thoughts. Finally, you decide. Finally, it is, what is that? God helps. Hey, God helps. Those help themselves. You getting it? So this is what I believe. That you help yourself. Don't become vulnerable. Don't become vulnerable to divination and so forth. You use your common sense. Meanwhile, your common sense will grow. And there are small things which you make mistake. Don't worry. From the mistake you learn. Next time you don't repeat the mistake. This is how you grow. Okay. So one time, one young person called me, who knows me so well, called me and asked me, I know, Geshe-la, you are not going to do divination, but please, can you do divination for me? You do it from some other person who does it. I said that, okay, what division you needs to be done for you? And the person said that the father passed away. And the father left a property to be distributed between the two siblings, two children. And the person's brother, her brother is asking her to give the whole property in his name. And in return, in exchange, he will give you X amount of money. This is what the brother said. And then I said, no, what is the definition required? So she said, so should I sign the paper to say yes, the whole property belongs to my brother, or not sign it? Then, so this is the definition to be done. So I said, what's the problem if you sign the paper? She said, if you sign the paper, then I may not get the money, because sign finished, and he may not stick to his words. And if you don't sign the paper, what's the problem? She said, if I don't sign the paper, my brother will be very angry. So I said that if this is the case, whether somebody does a divination, not divination will say something. Either do it, sign, no sign. If it says sign, you may not get the money. And if you don't sign, your brother in any ways will become angry. With divination, without divination. So why should you have to do divination? Divination will not help to solve the problem. So don't sign, I said. Be practical. Don't sign. Tell him, give the money in my hand. Once the money is here, fully, I'll sign the paper very easily. Just tell that. Be on the safe side. No need of divination. This is how we learn to take the decisions. Okay, so this is in relation to what Rachel said. Okay, the inability to take the wise decisions. So there, the best thing is check with the wiser people. Always check with the wiser people. People who are good, who knows about this area so well, and someone who loves you. Someone who really is concerned about you. And don't be stubborn. You're getting it? People who think they're very smart. They tend to be overconfident. Then they make a disaster. They take decisions which can make you suffer a lot. So don't think that you're too smart. Don't think that you know everything. Right? Always, if possible, the best thing is always try to have some people who really do care about you and who are more experienced than you, who are recognized as learned person. You're going to get learned, experienced, and who care for you. Identify such people, and then seek advice from such people. Don't think that you know everything. You're getting it? Don't be too narcissistic. Don't think that you know everything. And seek advice. With advice, you don't have to follow the advice. You don't have to follow the advice. Seek the advice and process it within your mind. Process it, and then there can be like 2 or 3 different opinions coming up. From there, you already got the information. Information is in your hand, and then you decide on the basis of which is better. You can also check with others. Okay, now I have these 3 options. Option B, plus point, minus point. Option A, plus point, minus it. Plus the option C, plus, minus. And what do you think is better? Then the person will again give you a thought and see if it makes sense. And then you take decision on that basis. So there's a Tibetan expression which says that discuss with others and make the decision yourself. This is wise. Discuss with others. Don't think that you know everything. Discuss with others, elders, wiser people who take care of you. Discuss with them and then take your own decision. This is how we should be doing. Rachel? Okay? Good. Okay, from this what I'm saying is that all our problems, how many agree with me that don't try to philosophize? Generally speaking, all our problems somehow relate to 2 things. One is external factors, my partners, or like say failing to this particular situation, I cannot take decisions. Or what else? A sickness, right? Or the foggy weather, right? No paranta. And so these are all external factors, and there's something internal that paranta is the absent. Anybody where paranta is absent, everybody's unhappy. That's not true. Only with one person. Not everybody. You're getting it? Which means that there's something wrong with you. Right? Something's been. So there is internal factor, external factor, internal factor. Any problem that we have, you have, I have. Any problem, including you get up in the morning, for no reason you feel so low. Yes, I was amazed. In school, when I was a little boy, it happened. Just one day I got up and I felt so low. Then when I was a teenager, again it happened. Again in my 20s, again it happened. Feeling so low. And everything looks, whole world seems to be so, like this. And then suddenly when I see somebody who looks so bright, uplifted, how come that he has a different world? I have a different world. How come I was just observing this person? How this person is able to create a very bright environment. This I was observing. And I see, compare my world, everywhere is like this. The tree leaves are going like this. Everywhere is like this. And where is he? He looks so weird. He's exuberant, exuding, with lightness. So I was also observing. Okay, so with this mind, these 2 things are there. What are these 2 things? External factors, internal factors. So finally our job is to stop the miseries, stop the tears. You agree? Finally, you can do anything. You follow Buddhism, you reject Buddhism, you follow philosophy, you reject philosophy, you embrace science, reject science, you go for music, reject music, or you become the fan of Ronaldo, or you curse Ronaldo, or what? Some people may say he's more into Ronaldo. Who's the other one? Messi, right? Okay, so some say Swift Taylor, or no Swift Taylor, whatever, right? Or Gucci, no Gucci, whatever makes you stop the tears, that is your spiritual path. That is your path. Whatever you do, follow Hinduism, your tears stop. That is your path. Follow Christianity, your tears stop. That is your path. For playing football, your tears stop. That is your path. Whatever you do, your tears stop completely. That is your path. You're getting it? So, with this, we see that all our problems, the tears, they come about from 2 factors. External factors, internal factors. That is the undeniable reality. How many agree with neuroscience? All problems. But this, the next question is, of the two hands, either you remove both hands or you remove one of the hands. If you remove one of the hands, one is left, but the sound of the clap stops. That's the purpose. So, for say Jesus Christ, for Buddha, Lord Mahavir, Ram, and all these enlightened masters, Guru Nanak, Lord Mahavira, and so forth. So the external factors are there. If you read the biographies, you see that complicated peoples are there, complicated situations are there, and lack of food, famine, these things were there. But they are not disturbed, their tears stop. They mentally, they don't feel disturbed, their tears stop. Why? Because external factors, they could not remove them. Nobody is able to remove the external factors completely. If somebody came on the planet Earth, Buddha came 2,500 years ago, but still with the external problems, he couldn't stop. Lord Mahavir came, Jesus Christ came, Prophet Muhammad came, and the Guru Nanak came, and Lord Ram came, Krishna came, but the world problem, external factors still there. Nobody can stop that. But they came on the planet Earth not to stop the external factors, minimize the external factors, and stop the internal factors. This is what for they came. So with this mind, say, of the two hands, remove the internal factors. No sound of your misery, stop. That's the purpose. With this mind, by stopping external factors, stopping internal factors, whatever you succeed, do that. That is your path. I won't say spiritual path, I will say path. Path to what you aspire. But external factors, how many external factors are there? How many external factors are there? Many? Infinite external factors are there. Okay. So, if you struggle to spend just like, so whatever lifespan they're left with, to try to get into the external factors all the time, no parata. Everywhere I go, there should be parata. Right? Everywhere I go, there should be somebody to counsel me to make good decisions. Or my partnership, or what? Scott? Relationship, right? The people should be so loyal to me. Whatever I say, they should listen to me. Right? Okay. What else? Acne, there should be no acne. Right? Anyone else?
Good weather.
Huh?
Good weather.
Good weather.
No rain.
No, bad weather.
No
Bad weather should not be there. Bad weather should not be there. Wherever go, somebody should be there to make sure that the weather is clear. Right? Okay. So that if you put effort in removing all the external factors, it is impossible. Impossible. But it doesn't mean that now external factors is impossible. Take care of the external factors. It doesn't mean that you will neglect the external factors. Make sure that your food is taken care of. Sometimes you get paranta, make sure that you're getting external factors, they're not neglected. Make sure that external factors are taken care of, but don't expect that one day you will remove all the bad external factors and that the sound of misery stops. It will never happen. So, the external factors to be taken care of. Make sure that external factors which disturb you are least. Meanwhile, wise people will look for the internal factors to stop the internal factors completely. You getting it? Okay. How many agree with this sense? Very good. Okay. Now, so with this, how do you distinguish between a wise person and an unwise person? Don't think that I'm an unwise person. Each one of us will be unwise. Don't think like this. How to distinguish this is that somebody who looks for a permanent solution by trying to get rid of all the remove the external factors. These are the unwise people. People who look to remove the internal factors to stop all your pains. These are the wise people. Why wise? Because internal factors is only two. External factors are infinity. So somebody who's thinking remove the two internal factors is doable. Somebody who makes things actually happen is wise. Somebody who dreams of making things happen which never happens, this is unwise. This is how we make distinction. So if at all in your life you see that you belong to the second category, always think you're dreaming of making something happen, it never happens, you are unwise. But you are not intrinsically unwise. You're not independently unwise. Your being unwise is by dependent origination. So there are factors which make you unwise. Remove these factors and become wise. Unwise is removed. Unwise factors dependent upon which you become unwise. If you remove these unwise factors, your being unwise will be removed. And what do you become? You become wise. So you can become wise because you are dependently originated. So with this in mind, what are the factors which make us unwise? Resorting to selfishness and resorting to ignorance. When we resort to these two things, we become unwise because we do things which will never give rise to the result that you're expecting, which will never happen. So the wise people will resort to, instead of the ignorance, they will resort to the wisdom. Instead of by depending on wisdom, they remove the unwise factor of ignorance. By resorting to compassion, they remove the unwise factor of selfishness. So the factors for which makes you unwise originated, when these factors were removed, you originating as unwise is removed. Then you become wise. You getting it? Okay. So with this in mind, the next point. In our life, how many of you had experienced acute pain in your life? Recent acute pain. Oh, okay. Pain, any pain, acute pain, severe pain, very strong pain. Yes, we have these pains. Okay. Say particularly the pain of a loss of near and dear ones. Raise hands. Yes, including myself. Okay. So how many do not have that pain of losing near and dear ones? Particularly young ones. Young ones, if you don't have this pain, then don't worry. When I say don't worry means? Yes, they're waiting for you. One after the other, shocking. One after the other, waiting for you. Okay. Okay. So the life, they say at home, you and your wife, you and your husband, or you and your parents, or you and your children. If two of you are, so which is better? Very close, affectionate, or very unhappy to each other? Which is better? Very close is better. Very close, there's a problem. You know that? Closer, with the separation, the pain is acute. You become crazy. You getting it? In fact, there was one gentleman who must be in his 50s. In his 50s, one day, they said, okay, we know each other well. But he said with me, and then he told me that, life is so hollow. He said, life is so hollow. And I said, why? He said that, no, now I don't know how I survived. I don't know. This is what he said. I said, what happened? He said that it has been just a few months that I lost my mother. And he has extreme close affection, affinity to his mother. And the mother passed away. And it just shattered his being. And what is said is that the mother passed away with the mother lying down, and he was holding the mother's head like this. And then in his arm, the mother breathed her last. And it was really shook his existence. And then finally had to take to the cremation ground. Then we're seeing the mother's body turning into ash. And his life was totally shattered. and he didn't know what he's doing. He just go there, eat something, and go to the office, come home. Life is totally meaningless. Then he said that, to the extent that when he sees people walking, because he actually saw his mother's body turning into ash. Literally, his mind is so influenced by that deep, deep grief, that he would see people in the form of a bunch of ashes walking. This is what he was seeing. This is what he said. So look, now he's being shattered from inside. Why? Because of tremendous affection towards the mother. So where there's a tremendous affection, there's a problem. Where there's no affection, there's a problem. You know that? The morning you get up and you see the face of the other person, irritation comes. Every day. You agree? You agree? If there's tremendous affection, there's a problem. No affection, there's a problem. Every day you just have to see the face. Right? And then it's all like the two people, they're not living in the same house. Right? The one person comes out, the other person locks in. Right? And the person gets in, the other person gets out. You know, this is like very sad. So what do you do? So this is life. This affection is there, pain is there. Right? And no affection, again there's a pain. Okay. So how many agree with me that this is true? Raise hands. Okay. Now let me give you three choices. The first choice is so much love, so much pain. Number one. Number two, no pain, no gain. Right? No pain, no gain. Which means no love, no pain. Number two. Number three, so much love, no pain. Hey, don't laugh at me. Just tell me. If all these three things are possible, which would you choose? I said if. I'm not telling you that it will happen. I said if it's possible, which do you prefer? The third one. Okay, how many of you would like to have the third one? This is so beautiful, amazing. Okay, now the next is so much love and affection, Scott. So much love and affection, no pain, zero pain. Okay, so if the third one is possible, for sure I would go for number three. Raise hands. Good. Okay, is it possible? Let's explore. Don't say yes, don't say no. Right? Some people there is very idealistic, not possible. When you say not possible, you create a dead end for yourself. You create a dead end, which means that okay, I don't want to even go in this direction. It's not possible. So it's being very unkind to yourself. If you say yes, don't be idealistic. Don't be idealistic. You're getting it? So those who say yes, those who say no, thinks that those who say yes, they are idealistic. Those who said yes, don't be idealistic. Ask yourself, how is it possible? You getting it? Those who say no, don't just say no. Say, I don't know. The best thing would be, I don't know. Is it possible? The best answer is what? Instead of saying no, you say, I don't know. If somebody says yes, you should be happy. How? You can ask the question, how? Don't say that, oh, I'm so happy that somebody says yes, so I'm yes. No. You should be happy to ask the question. How? You're getting it? This is very important. So with this in mind, and now is about, you remember what we discussed, that handful of sand, handful of sunflower seeds. Squeeze a handful of sand, squeeze a handful of sunflower seeds, oil comes out, not come out. Oil comes out or not come out. So this boy is saying no. Second time yes. First time you said no. Okay, yes. Handful of sand, you squeeze, no oil comes out. You're getting it? Okay. So now the question is, if this is possible, where your affection, the compassion, affection, love, it's infinity, and with the zero pain. If this is possible, then there should be potential within us, like the potential for the oil. When you squeeze it, it comes out. There should be this potential. Whether or not we have this potential, this is a question. You getting it? This is a question. So for that, Don't just say yes, don't say no. Explore. So let me give you the metaphor, example. Say that say you want to read book. You want to read a book, and I say that, okay, there is no light in the midnight, there's no light, and I say go to room A, there are 2 pots there. Go to room A and there's a light there. You went to room A, and you don't see any light. And you come back, tell me there's no light there. I said there's a light. Did you see 2 pots? Do you vaguely see 2 pots put upside down? You say yes, there are 2 pots upside down. So the light is in one of them. Say in one of them there's the light. In one of them there's just a flower like this. And the 2 pots are put upside down over these 2. Now you uncover first the one with the light inside, you punch a hole. What happens? The light beam will come out. Which means that there's a source of light inside. Whereas in the second pot, you punch a hole, no light will come out. In the first, yes. Now you may be wondering, it may be accidental. They may not be like, it may be but just one tiny beam, not the whole light. Break the pot. Break the pot, what happens? The light will freely flow in every direction of the room. You agree? So light was trapped in this pot. Otherwise, the light inside has the capacity to flow everywhere. Whereas the pot, inside which there is the flower, you break the pot, nothing will illuminate outside. You agree? Why? Because the flower does not have the capacity to illuminate outside, because the light has that capacity. So our mind has that capacity to flow. Like the light flows everywhere, our mind has the capacity to flow everywhere. Right? How do we know that? How do we know that? Say, how many once in a while you have experienced extremely beautiful feeling where there is no barrier, where your mind flows so freely? Yes. When?
And there was one day I drove to the beach, and I felt really open, and I walked, and there was people drumming. I just danced, happy to people.
Yes.
No barrier.
What's your name?
Near.
Thank you. Near. Anyone else? When you feel truly so beautiful moment, amazingly beautiful moment, if you can replicate it, then you will say that this is a divine. Anyone over there? The birth of your children. Very good. Okay. Anyone else? Meditation. Very good. Anyone else? Okay. So let's say the birth of the child. The similar talk I gave in one place, and I asked, there is a small group, like only 20 people, and I asked the same question, and almost I gave 10 people, no, 8 got a chance to speak. Almost everyone was talking about the birth of the child. The most beautiful moment was the birth of the child, and some say holding one's child. And one gentleman, Britisher, he must be in his 30s. He said something very moving. What he said was that the most beautiful moment in his life was holding the hand of holding the hand of his 1-day-old daughter. And when he said it, he was literally into tears. You could feel that beautiful moment out of joy, the tears of joy is coming. And it's amazing, very moving. Do you know who this girl is? Or do you know who this little boy, this 1-day-old boy is? 1-day-old girl is? Anyone? Do you know this? You don't know. Huh? Yes, each one of us. You're getting it? Each one of us. Out of 10,000 people, maybe one we can take out, exception. Otherwise, 99% of the people, you are that little girl, you are that little boy who your parents took pride in you coming into the world. They were so happy. You getting it? So today, if you feel that there's somebody who feels that for you, if you can sense somebody who feels that for you, your love towards that person is going to be unconditional. And yet, we look for that outside. We don't see that in your parents. Actually, your parents are the one who sees you as a pride of them. In the world, nobody knows your existence. In the world, nobody knows your existence. But for your parents, you are the divine. You're getting it? You are that little girl. You are that little boy. One day old boy, one day old girl, who your parents take pride in you. In the eyes of the parents, there's nothing more important than you in the world. Right? And by the time you reach age 5, 6, 7, you are so beautiful. Age 12, 13, 14, okay. Age 16, 17, complications happen. Right? Complications happen. And then you started to hate your mother. Right? This is very, very, very sad. Very sad. Okay. So what we're talking about is that, yes, of course, I tell people that there could be 1 out of 10,000. I'm not saying that anybody who has conflict with your parents, you're bad. This is not my point. There are some people, 1 out of 10,000 who, I would say, that they did not get the opportunity to be with the caring parents. But the parents themselves, they were going through difficulties because their own childhood was difficult and do not know how to take care of the child. So this happens 1 out of 10,000 people. If you belong to this category, yes, I deeply empathize, and there's always a ways and means by which to still feel this incredible love and affection towards others. But for others, why I'm saying this, I say this very confidently, because that I belong to this category, but the mother, I lost my mother when I was just 5 years old. Today, if you ask me, what was your mother like? I have no idea. So, do you feel that your mother is being so loving, caring? I have no idea, no memory at all. But I could feel, by looking at others, how the mothers treat the children, the mother's love and affection towards the child. When I see that, no doubt I can imagine that this is the same amount of love and affection that my mother felt towards me. So, but today, I very openly tell people that if there is somebody who can tell me that, oh, Dorji, I'll bring your mother with you for like one year, I'll be so happy. Okay, not 1 year. And whatever I have, I'll give that to you. Oh no, but I will give your mother to you for 1 day. Even that is okay. Even for 1 hour, even that's okay. 5 minutes also okay. So what did you do? I will just make my mother happy. Whatever she likes, I'll be happy to do that. So, whereas those of us who still have your parents, and we take for granted. So, if you go back in time, and it's not that you're bad. So those who receive the maximum love and affection when you were a child, and then by the time you reach age 16, 17, 18, complications arises, I won't say that you're bad, but we really need to think of, go back in time. You do have incredible affection towards your mother. That is there. But what happens is that as physically you become more and more independent, less and less reliant on your mother, then what happens is that the affection that you had towards your mother, it goes down, not visible, down. It is there. The seed of the affection goes down. It is there. And then it is covered by the dirt of the superficial independence. So whereas if you go back in time to dig what's inside, those most beautiful moment, I would say that if you can retrieve that feeling of love towards your mom when you were a little child, little girl, little boy, if you can bring it up on surface, this is the most beautiful moment that you can think of in your life. Most beautiful mental state. But unfortunately, we take for granted and it remains just hidden down there. It doesn't come to the surface. So now the next question is how to make it come to the surface, this point. How to make it come to the surface. And if you can make it come to the surface, then this is what we call as the maximum happiness, maximum love and affection. And then next thing that we need to work is we need to work on the zero suffering. You're getting it? Maximum affection with zero pain. So this is a maximum the happiness. For example, you feel this, and compare this with any other feeling. For example, like go to the beach, as what near explained, people drumming, dancing, near also dance. That feeling in comparison with the feeling of the affection with the mother, there's no comparison. It's so beautiful. In fact, one time, say for me, if you ask me, what is your beautiful moments? I would say that I don't remember too well, but now there was just like a clip, or I don't know what to call it, that I must be like age 3 or 4. That brief moment I could remember that my mom was on the boulder, flat rock, and then 3 children, me, my brother, my sister, 2 of them, little, I was just 3 or 4, so all 3 children, and mother was the housemaker, and in a very remote village, and she was in the sunbathing with the 3 children, holding 3 children, and I being the baby of the family, I got the privilege to be at the center, and she would sing a song. So that is like a movie clip. This is what I could remember. That was very beautiful moment. So these moments, they are so beautiful. So that if you can expand it more, all family members, all the people in your community, all the people in your country, all the people in the world, animals, insects, all the trees, the vegetation, you can expand this to all, then your feeling of affection, feeling of the beautiful feeling of feeling of affection or feeling of joy multiplies to infinity. That is the maximum love and affection. Now the next is zero pain. How to make it zero? Maximum ease with zero pain. How to make it? Okay, zero pain of the theoretically speaking, and next, don't just leave it on the theory. You try to apply it in the real life to see it works. Same, the theory must be supported by experiments. You're getting it? Theory must be supported by experiments. You must experiment on yourself, the way the Buddha did. The one who has transformed, what is that verse? The one who has transformed into the reliable guide, motivated by altruism to benefit sentient beings. The teacher, you getting it? The wisdom to be taught to the beings. Teacher, then he experimented it on himself. Then he experienced the Sugata. You getting it? Sugata. Sugata meaning the one who has gone to the bliss of the perfect purity. That he experienced through experience. So we are not to leave everything just on the intellectual learning. Oh, I learned Buddhism, I learned about emptiness in Tushita. After that, you try to apply it to see that it works or it doesn't work. You must experiment it. So theoretically speaking, how it works is that, okay, the pain, we talked about the 5. Ceasing comes the afflictions is nirvana. Karmas, the afflictions arise from conceptualization of inappropriate tension, which in turn arises from self-grasping ignorance, and ignorance ceases through the wisdom of emptiness. Okay, this is the verse we learn. So 5 points. What are the first point? First one, misery or samsara. What's the immediate cause of that? Contaminant karmas. What is the immediate cause of contaminant karmas? Afflictions. What's the immediate cause of afflictions? Inappropriate attention. What's the immediate cause of that? Self-grasping, ignorance. What is the iceberg foundation? What's the iceberg of all these 5? Self-grasping is the iceberg. You're getting it? So this iceberg is the iceberg of ignorance. Can ignorance be eradicated? Can ignorance be eradicated? Yes. At least theoretically. Yes. How yes? By introducing the counterforce. What's the counterforce? Wisdom of emptiness. What is that? Ignorance. Ignorance to see everything as objectively real. And the counterforce is, Sharon, nothing exists objectively. Everything is subjective. You're getting it? Everything is dreamlike. Okay. So it seems like Sharon's going to become Buddha within the retreat. Okay. Okay. So we see that. Okay. So what I'm saying is that ignorance can be gone on top because the ignorance believes in everything says object real, whereas the wisdom knows that nothing exists subjectively, everything is subject real, everything is empty of object reality. So with this wisdom, when the wisdom rose to the height, ignorance becomes zero. You getting it? Ignorance becomes zero. When the ignorance becomes zero, the iceberg, the foundation melts. When the foundation melts, what is stacked on top of this? Like what? Inappropriate attention, affliction, contaminant comes, and all the pains will crumble down. Pain becomes zero. You getting it? Okay. So by cultivating the wisdom can keep expanding because that is your true nature of the mind. It is like the nature of the light. Break the pot and the light expands, spreads freely across. Likewise, remove the pot of the afflictive obscurations. Then the mind, afflictive obscurations, content obscurations, the mind will flow freely. You're getting it everywhere. This is the infinite ease, no barriers, infinite ease. Meanwhile, self-grasping ignorance is removed, the pain becomes zero. Pain crumbles down, becomes zero. That is the infinite ease with zero pain. Okay, so this is what we should be doing. So, okay, good. So with this, we'll stop here. Tage tuje shaye rizo chon shenge mito dege bonjo ba serge dumbo tabo jebe Shage Yebo Jela Chaseno Oh Moni Mona Yeswa Oh Moni Mahamuna Yeswaha O Tage Tuche Shage Riso Cho Shenge Mito Dege Bonjamba Segen bo tabu jibe gu shaye gebo kela chaseno oh mone Mahamuna Yeswaha Om Muni Mahamona Swaha Tage Tuje Shage Riso Chon Shenge Mito Dege Bonjomba Segenumbo Tabo Jebe Go Shage Yabu